Welcome. From today, we are initiating our visit to Haryana State Judicial History. Haryana State was established, created out of the old Punjab State area territories. Haryana became the member state of Indian Union on 1st November 1996. From 1st November 1996 till today, Haryana state has 54 years history. On 1st November 1996, the giant High Court of Punjab and Haryana was established. The High Court of Punjab and Haryana came into existence on 1st November 1996. Honorable Justice Meher Singh, the Chief Justice of the Haryana Punjab High Court, was made the first Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court. Honorable Justice Meher Singh, as first Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court, remained and discharged the responsibilities of the Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court from 1st November 1996 to 14th August 1970. One way to visit the judicial history of State of Union of India is in terms of the High Court of the state. Punjab and Haryana High Court is the High Court of the state of Haryana as well. Therefore, to have glimpse of the foundational values of the Haryana judiciary, we have to visit the values, judicial values, functional state of the judicial values in state of Haryana as the values of the Punjab and Haryana High Court itself. High Court is the highest court of the state judiciary. Therefore, the students of law, the advocates, the research scholars, law analysts, when will be visiting the foundational values of the judiciary of a state, they have to begin with the virtuous base of the High Court. The next phase, next stage, next layer, next step is the lower judiciary, which is a district level judiciary. So the foundational values of the judicial history of the state is to be evaluated as per the functional values of the district judiciary. The district judiciary is organized as district courts. The district courts are also having a parallel organization of the sessions courts. The civil jurisdiction takes us to the district courts as of district judges. The criminal jurisdiction takes us to the courts of sessions judges, the organization of the district courts as district judges and session judges take us to the magistrates courts and civil judges courts. Now, when we are visiting the judicial setup of the state of Haryana, we shall first have a glimpse over the map of Haryana. The map of Haryana will bring us face to face with the way this state has been organized and managed as revenue district setups as well as judicial district setups. The only thing to be focused is that the concept of a sessions division sometimes takes more than one district being a part of the same sessions division. Normal is that each revenue district is having a parallel organization of a civil district also as a sessions division. So broadly, when we will be through this setup, we may have a glance at how the position had been on 1st November 1996 and what is the present shape of this map. The other way to look at it is as to how there is an appointment of the judicial officers, how the judicial officers at the foundation stage of civil judges and magistrates have been appointed, what is the examinations and procedures and steps for their selection. Simultaneously, it also will be a educative step that there is also a selection appointments at the district judges, session judges level as well. This as well is as per the competitive examinations and subsequent interview and other procedures. As far as the appointment of the High Court judges is same, has some constitutional guidelines, and this is simply a selection process. There are two sources from which this selection is made. One is from the judicial officers pool and second is from the lawyers reservoir pool. From this feature, we shall visit how the procedures of civil and criminal trials have been legislated. For it, we have to be to the Civil Procedure Code, Criminal Procedure Code, and other connected enactments. The glimpse of the functional glimpse of the index of the functional apparatus of Haryana State Judiciary. One shall visit the High Court at Chandigarh. One shall also visit the district courts. These visits will give a first view, first glimpse of the functional environment. This functional environment assessment impressions, which will follow from the buildings, the court premises, or of very effective impressions. Therefore, while we shall be visiting the judicial history of state of Haryana, we may begin with the court buildings, court premises, how these aspects have been attended to all these years, what had been this position in November 1966, and what has been the position at present of the court premises, court buildings, apparatus, and other connected aspects of infrastructure, etc. The other step of having comprehension of the functional environment of the judicial courts in state of Haryana will be to get oneself presented within the courtroom while the court is in chair, when the court functioning is in progress. In fact, it is this courtroom environment which is going to be the ultimate barometer in terms of which we will have our satisfaction about the reality of the environment in which the justice delivery system existing. The existence of the justice delivery system is as is the functional environment of the court. The other aspect which is to be ultimately imbibed by us is the steps through which the trial has to pass through. The degree of strain which it causes for one to be through the trial process is to be evaluated, is to be assessed, is to be appreciated, is to be imbibed. And it is by imbibing this strain caused because of being through the trial is the ultimate value. Therefore, we shall approach this assessment in an absolutely free state of mind. Let us approach it. This approach is to be absolutely unprejudiced. And when we will go to this system for its assessment, for its appreciation, for imbibing of its values, then we will be having a more intimate impact of the same. With these words, I just conclude by impressing as that let us have a glance of the different phases and stages through which this system has passed during these 54 years. From next session, we will take up these aspects one by one. Thank you very much.